Well, Coach, where does that rank for you this year in terms of the games you guys played, particularly in terms of just the effort and the performance?
Oh man, very high. You know, we talked about what it was going to take for us tonight, knowing that we was going to have to win all the hustles, stats, and block them out. You know, because they're the best in the league at getting offensive rebounds. We wanted to play fast, knowing that we had some of our guards back. We wanted to get it out and go. You know, let's get our tempo back going, and then just make the easy plays. Don't get bored making the simple plays. You know, you could try to do too much sometimes, and it was just good to see the ball go through the basket for so many of our guys. It was great to have Scoot back out there. His picking up the basketball, his intensity out there, it just changes it. It just helps us. His pushing the basketball just helps us. You know. Malcolm, obviously, you see, what Malcolm's able to do, just controlling the game. You know, so many guys played well. I mean, Matisse was a one-man wrecking crew. I mean, it was just fun. It was a couple times where I'm like, man, I need to take him out, but damn, it's good watching this. I like seeing it. So I just didn't take him out. And then obviously Bari, Bari was incredible, man. Career highs and first double-double. We just had so many guys play well, and I haven't even talked about the 30 that Jeremy gave us. So many dudes played well, just collective effort on both ends of the floor, not just the shot making. And I thought our defense was very physical today.
Chauncey, pregame you mentioned that the pace you weren't really thrilled with. When you get a guy like Brock who plays a little bit slower, but you see him, was it 4:30 in the second quarter? Off the make, he throws that three-quarter court to Shea in the corner. They get into the get action, and shot goes up in 17 seconds. When you get somebody like Brock buying in and doing something really that hasn't been done here in a long time, which is not even just pushing pace, but the big kick ahead early in the clock, does that give you more leeway, get more buy-in from the rest of the guys when even the guys who do play slower are kind of pushing that pace?
Yeah, I always say this, because it's not about just blazing it up every time. It's advancing the ball. It's not just Scoot speed or Ant or whoever, like just blazing. No, it's just kicking the ball ahead, and then that allows you to flatten the defense out. Now when it comes back, the defense is still running back. You can still attack, So I've been talking to Malcolm about that. That's one of the things with Malcolm sitting out all those games. He's saying, I know what you mean by that pace. I got to kick it up more. Because I was preaching that to him, obviously like in training camp and early in the season. But he's trying to keep the ball because he knows he's such a good playmaker, and he knows that if he keeps it, it's chances we won't turn it over on that possession, So there's some give and take in there, but he's just a smart-heady player, and he knows, like, just advancing it, it's always going to come back to him. But he was really good at that.
You guys ranked last in three-point shooting, ranked last in three-point shooting with the last two games. Kind of tonight, you guys have been pretty hot. Is there something causing that, or is it just coincidence?
I don't think so. I thought we did a good job of creating. I think we've been doing a really good job of creating open three-point shots. Just haven't been able to knock them down, And today, we had just several guys be able to knock shots down, I sat up here and talked after the Oklahoma game and said, man, we were playing some good defense. Their shot making was incredible. Our shot making tonight was incredible. It was just really good, You see how teams have been playing us, but now since, we're getting some of our guys back, teams, especially when we get Ant back, teams won't have to be able to play us the way that they've been playing us and getting away with it. We'll be able to start opening the game up a little bit, opening the floor up a little bit.
You think how Scoot looked?
I thought Scoot was good. I thought his tempo was good. I thought he was a little rusty and, just hadn't played. He was a little indecisive out there, which is, which happens, when you miss so much time. But his competitiveness, defensively and his push offensively, it fuels us, and picking that ball up and it just fuels us. It really does. I thought his playmaking was pretty good. You know, he was coming off making simple passes. You know, see a guy in front, boom, just kick it. No need to do too much. So it was really good to have him back.
Is that something you've noticed that was different tonight, the way he played versus the way it was before he got hurt?
Yeah, it was. You know, I'm always on him about just if you get a rebound or not, or you get a kick ahead, man, just the first 6 seconds is yours. See what we can do. See what we can get to. Can't get nothing, all right, bring it out, kick it around, boom, we'll figure it out. But if a coach tells you that the first 6 seconds is yours, then if you walk the ball up the court, then you got nothing. It's over. Your time's over. And so you got to do the opposite. You know, you got to blaze it down, see if there's a gap, see if there's a crease, you know, see if you can get somewhere, make a play. If I turned over, if I try to do too much, all right, that's on me, though, not on him, because that's the freedom I'm trying to give him, you know. So I thought he did a good job of pushing the pace. They started loading up on him. It was perfect. Collapse, boom, kick, shot, go the other way.
Chauncey, you talked about energy. I mean, how does that change when Tease comes in and plays like that? You know, he's been coming off the bench. How does it change that kind of second unit when he plays like that?
Yeah, I think Tease, ever since I made the change in the lineup, Tease has been incredible. You know, the intensity and the energy that he brings to that unit has been big time. You know, not just him playing well. He's the kind of player that he fuels everybody, you know, to play that well. So it's fun watching him just run and rip and run and jump and block shots. He's just all over the place, man. You know, and he's gifted. I mean, he has a gift, and that's what he does, and he's maybe the best in our league at it.
Jabari had mentioned a few weeks ago that he said that, you know, I worked really hard in the summertime, and I thought that, like, that meant that when I came back, like, I would just get minutes. And then I realized pretty quickly that wasn't really the case. And it seems like recently, even on like a game-to-game basis, like Jabari really seems like he's bringing like a different level of effort and of skill to it. And I'm wondering if you're seeing that at all from him over the last couple weeks.
I am. I think I've said a ton, you know, even coming into camp, coming out of camp, early in the season. Jabari's, the work that he put in from the end of last season throughout the summer, it was incredible, and you could see it every single night. You know, the things that we talked about in our exit meeting that I needed him to get better in and at and pay attention to and get better, you know, everywhere. He just attacked it, man. He just attacked it, you know, and it was quiet all summer, and he stayed on his grind. He did his thing, and most young players do feel that way. They feel like, all right, well, if I do everything that the coach said do, then that means that I'm going to be in the rotation, or I'm going to be. Well, what they forget is there could be 10 other guys doing the same thing that the coach said do, and you still got to compete for minutes, you know, and time. I think where Bari has an edge over a lot of people is he's such a gifted rebounder, and he's so competitive. You know, he's one of our most competitive guys. He's tough as hell, and he's obviously playing for a coach that respects and loves and honors that.
Oh. I was just asking any more information on DeAndre?
No, I don't know. I'm really not sure. I don't know. I mean, I told you I was the same starting lineup, so I didn't even know then, you know.